All right. Hey there, everyone. Hitesh here, and welcome to another Saturday Live, a fun podcast ish live for techies by techie. And all thing that we do in this podcast is just discuss what's happening around in the world, what new tech is coming around, what you are facing challenges in building some stuff or learning something. This is all what we do. Take your questions, answer your question, feel free to ask anything. And that is all what we'll be doing in this. So really excited to check out that what is going on and how is it going on. Really nice. Just give me a second and I'll fix all the stuff with all the windows and everything being up so that I can actually answer your questions in the live. And let me just get my window. And this is a window for interview chat. Nope, not this. I'm trying to bring in the chat window. All right, not this one, definitely. Sometimes the windows actually are difficult to find. All right. Yeah, here it is, comment and reaction. This window helps me to bring up all of your comments and all of this. And thanks, Shaurav from Bangladesh. Thank you so much. Love you too. And hey Hitesh, thoughts on new Angular? A lot of updates are coming in. So the Angular, I think streams are here. That is pretty nice to have. And there's a lot of updates going on in the world of React and especially Next.js. Thank you so much for marking your attendance. Really appreciate that. Rust tutorial. I'm having a lot of interest these days in Rust. I'm checking all these things, so this is nice. And all going on pretty good. Okay, so Sagar says, video quality is top-notch, sir. Thank you so much. We try to bring in all the video and audio quality in the top-notch game as much as we can. This always is a good idea. All right, so let me just check where is my live stream going on and how's the health of this live stream. I'm on another channel. Need to switch the account. Let me just switch that. Okay. What should be path for non-coders to become software engineer? I think the best and the easiest path is web development, but not like always is the path. You can obviously choose other paths like going into the Python, data science. But I think the easiest one of all to get the sense that I'm building something is the web development. That is what I personally think and I feel is the easiest one. In the HTML and CSS, there is not too much of the logic going on and you get a confidence as well that I can do. In the world of software development, it's a scary world. You don't feel confident all the time. Even the programmers who are having 5 years, 10 years of experience, they also don't feel confident that much. So I think the easiest journey is to look into a path where you see the output quite easily, and web development is one of such path. Okay, how to improve focus and hungry to learn new stuff? Simple question. It's about your interest. If you are genuinely interested in tech and programming, you will not be here. Of course, money is a part of it. Obviously, we all are here for the money part. But I think if you're genuinely interested in what's happening around, maybe I don't work in that domain of Rust, but I'm still interested what's new happening in the Rust. That excites me. Even one small news or one video that I want to watch makes my day. So yeah, that is what. So if you don't feel hungry, probably you're not that much enthusiast, or the community around you is not that much enthusiast. So stay in the community. It doesn't mean you have to go somewhere. Come in the live series, just like this, a podcast is stuff, or maybe something like that. So whenever I join the live podcast, why there is ads coming up? Ad is what this drives this channel, man. You don't pay any fees to this channel. You don't pay any fees as in to watch the videos. So ads is what that drives this YouTube channel as well as many thousands of other YouTube channel as well. So ad is it is. Nice haircut. Thanks. I really like to keep my hair short. I used to keep them long in the early days. But yeah. Fell in love with CSS animation. I can build whatever I imagine. Before this, I used to have a lot of fear in CSS. CSS is something that I am also getting involved these days quite a little, not too much. Due to my job, because in the job, I'm actually recording some videos around CSS. So I'm enjoying this a lot. Like how CSS alone can increase the performance of an application and how it can lose the performance of an application. So yes, I'm also doing. Okay, Jose is here from Chile. Nice, nice. Thanks and welcome on board. Don't mind me sipping some cold beverage. It's really uh, hot weather here. Let me show you what's the temperature here. It's actually pretty hot here. So it's around 28 degrees right now. Pretty hot. Pretty hot. Monetization is on. Yes, of course, it's monetization is on. You haven't seen that. I can actually, YouTube now gives me, do you know, all of you guys, do you know that YouTube now gives me a feature where in the running live stream, I can actually inject an ad and that will pay me more money. I don't do that, but yeah, this is possible. Yeah. Okay, Anmol says, hello, sir. Is it worth to learn DSA in TypeScript for placement? Surely you can learn, see, DSA is just DSA. You can learn it in TypeScript, JavaScript, or any language. TypeScript is fairly new. I wouldn't recommend you to invest that much of time, but if you solve all the DSA problem in TypeScript, you will learn it like never before because there are no solutions and you'll just love it. Okay, Mayank says, any Kubernetes detailed course on your platform, of yours on any platform? No, as of now, I don't have any Kubernetes course on any platform that I remember. And this also reminds me that I'm available on a lot of platforms these days. That's good. Good for us. So, yeah. BL Kumar says, super video quality. Thanks. That's what I'm known for. Super audio quality and super video quality. This is fun. Good. There's a nice question here. It says, will Mojo create recession for Python developers? Please have a look on this concern. Mojo is like TypeScript. Yeah, exactly like TypeScript. Just like there are added feature and all the JavaScript developers are migrating towards TypeScript, but still TypeScript, the JavaScript is all good and people are writing still code. I think Mojo has the potential in the next 2 to 3 years to become the TypeScript of Python. So it will be like a superset of Python with more added advantage and more features. So I think recession is a strong word. Yes, I made a video with a catchy thumbnail and all of that. But in the podcast, I usually stay raw and out of these catchy thumbnails and titles. So I think Mojo has a lot of potential, but not really. It's not going to be replacing the Python developers. It will be making them, giving them more superpowers. Okay, can you do a next live from your old LCO studio? Really missing it. Things that are gone are gone. I don't really believe in living in nostalgia. And I think you should also take this as a life advice as well. Because a lot of people, I think, are attached or hooked to some previous memories. They want everything to be exactly same. But life is not that much same. Life is different and difficult. So yeah, make sure that you are aware of this and just are onto that. Don't live in nostalgia. So yes, there is a nice article there. So there is an Amazon Prime. Let me just go ahead and search for this article. And yeah, there was some article. Yeah, here it is. So there's this nice article. Not this one, actually. Let me just search that. I want to show you something. Tech blog. Yep, here it is. Okay, innovations. Can anybody send me the link? It was somewhere here. All I'm getting is these Reddit articles. I wanted to show you this. Yeah, here it is. Where is the official documentation? All the articles, the situation is, I wanted to show you the Amazon articles about the moving to the monolith and stack, and turns out the situation of the blogs are so much that you don't get the original article. You are getting all the articles written by third party. This is interesting. This is interesting. There's nice Reddit, and yeah, finally got the one which I was looking up for. So in case you have never heard about it or seen about it, let me show you something really interesting as an article. So let me just remove this. There's an interesting article here. in case you have never seen or bothered about it. So notice here, the scaling up the Prime video audio monitoring service reduces cost by 90%. One thing that a lot of people missed in this article, that yes, of course, Amazon Prime is moving from microservices to monolith, but this is just one of their service, one of course major service, but this is audio video monitoring service. Remember this. This is uh, this is not the entirety of them moving up that. But this also proves one point, that it's not always about building the. A lot of people requested me in the early days that just a few months ago that, hey Tesh, when you are bringing in microservices course, microservices, front end on microservices and whatnot. So yeah, now you can see that there's a lot of step functions. They have nice diagrams as well. That this is how their diagram used to look like in the serverless architecture. In case you wish, I can do a deep detail analysis of how these diagrams are done, or at least show you how the flow actually works when there is a step function involved. And then they are moving into monolith. So this is far more easier and far more of that. So yeah, this is nice. So yeah, we'll discuss all these such things as well. Okay, there's some talk going on about. Nice. Nikhil says, there are so many crash courses video on YouTube. Are they enough to learn stuff? They're enough for seasoned developers, not for somebody who's just getting started. Somebody who is just getting started is going to just get an overview, a big picture of how the things looks like. But if you are seasoned, they are good enough to get you started on your own project. You won't be learning end to end into it, but a good chunk of stuff. So I'm all pro on the side of these crash courses. Okay. Is Apprite good for scalable Flutter apps? Absolutely, 100%. Apprite is one killer of a backend as a service, and it scales so nicely, so well. You will absolutely love it. And I'm planning to start a series regarding the Apprite, showing you more in detail of it, maybe get you aware of the Apprite cloud, how the open source is there, how you can just learn one by one things and read their documentation. If you wish, I can definitely create that. How much DSA is required for a front end? There is no such thing as how much DSA. DSA is just DSA. You need to finish all the topics. You don't need to go too much in depth, but at least touch up all the topics. So just do that. At least all topics needs to be there. Okay, hey Tesh, which should I learn, Flutter or React Native? Because I think I'll not be able to go further than app development if I learn Flutter, but React Native will bring more opportunities. Am I right? Not really. I think these days, equal opportunities are coming in for all of that. So there's nice. These days, equal opportunities are coming up. In fact, I'm also planning to start a series on Flutter as well, because we have done quite a lot on React Native. I'll still once in a while publish apps and tutorials on React Native, but I think side by side we can start explore a little bit of Next.js, a little bit of Flutter as well. It keeps me engaging. Doing one thing, I get bored easily and all of that. Okay, Noman says, my sister is telling you look like you are from us or US. If you say from us, yes, I'm one of you. If you say you are from US, no, I'm from this beautiful country known as India. Okay, so more questions are there. Oh, OpenAI is deploying funds into biotechs to control aging process. Your views? I think I have great views on that. AI has one of the greatest impact that it can make is into the medical science. We all are afraid about the codes and all of that, but I think one of the greatest impact that it's going to make is going to be the medical science industry and the support system. We all are aware that the support system sucks, whether that's a Zomato support system, Apple support system, and all of that. We are not getting that context-based answers. So the industry which is getting heavily disrupted is the support industry, and we all need that. So a lot of context can be done, and now the support is going to be. So programmers don't need to worry. This is a support industry which is going to get disrupted. Oh, Deepak. Oh, a kid is here. I'm in class 8th. Great. Nice that you're watching this live stream being in 8th class. This shows that you're already mature. Good enough. I recently bought web dev course on PW. What to learn after that? I think you are too young to go and move into other stuff. Just take your mastery in web development, learn front end, learn back end, build more apps, build more websites, variety of it, features into it. Just don't stay with the one page app, two-page app. Build a full-fledged app which does a lot of things. So I think that would be great for you. After that, maybe you can move into mobile dev or something, but I think you are too young. Right now, just try to understand more maturely that what more can be built. Maybe you want to go more in depth of database, how it works and all of that. SQL, Mongo. Okay. Nikhil says Vishwa Mohan is working full time in PW. Yes, he is full time. He dropped out of LinkedIn now, and he wants to try into EdTech, and he's doing pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. Wow, great relativity about context and effects. Okay, Hitesh sir, what will be impact of recession and AI on web developers and other tech? It's going to be same. Impact is going to be there. I wouldn't deny that. Impact is going to be there, and it's going to be a little harsh. Of course, the salaries which were skyrocketing for every developers, like in India also 1 crore was a very basic package. Now this is going to come down a little bit, even for experienced people. And already Wipro and all these guys have moved their base salary to 3.6 and 3.2, something like that. So the average growth scale of salaries are going to be impacted. Okay, Roshan says, sir, any other chance will come to work with you because JavaScript is not completed yet and Tailwind CSS is also not done yet? Surely there are a lot of opportunities that keeps around. Every day is a new opportunity. You never know when it will come, but surely it will come. I'm very optimistic. There's another kid. Ask anything by GPT. Nice name there. Nice name. It says, I'm in class 12th commerce with computer science. So which degree I can pursue ahead? I don't think so that you can pursue engineering. I think that's out of the question. Because just because you have computer science, I don't think the engineering college actually take admission in that. You need to have science in your stream in 12th. So next degree that is for you is BCA. I think so, not so sure, but I think you can try your hands with BCA. Why are you not getting old? I'm just what, 18, 19. I'm not hitting gym from last 6 months or so. I'm just chilling out and enjoying at home. I'm not doing too much of workout these days. Now I'm feeling like the motivation is back and I can start working out. But yeah, this is a fun fact. I have not worked out in the last 5-6 months. Shubham says, how can I meet with you, sir, in Jaipur? Maybe you can invite me for an iced tea. I usually don't say no for an iced tea. Iced tea is the thing. Nice. Okay, thoughts on self-hosted auth service like Authelia, Keyclock. They're nice actually. I happen to work with one such service. I forgot the name of it. I happen to work with that. Okay. I don't remember what was the name of that guy. That guy was, I forgot the name of it. I worked with him. He was also providing auth as a service. Is some Israeli dude, a good friend. I know he's the CTO there. There is auth as a service, and I forgot the name of that guy. I'll show you when I'll remember that. How can I forget this? I talked to him just last week. But okay, I loved his service at least. He's providing such an auth as a service. Like we forgot to even adding our own authentication in any product now that we are building. We are using his service like anything, and it just works out of the box. Auth is pretty good in AppWrite as well. If you just use that, there is so much of layer that they cook in and they give it to you. YouTube catching up with live for closed caption, and it's awesome. That's awesome. YouTube live stream and captions. Try to turn on the captions, guys, if you are here. No, there's AppSmith. No, AppSmith not. AppWrite. AppWrite, yes, I've worked with them and I continuously work with them. There was something. If I'll remember, I'll just use that. Say that. There's a nice question. Should I choose web dev or app dev or ML as a beginner? I think start with web dev and then move into app dev or ML, whatever you like. I think starting with web dev is always a good idea. What are the do's and don'ts to become more proficient and future-proof engineer? This is a nice question. I probably will turn this into a short as well. So I'll read this again, just acting as I'm reading it again, so that I can cut it off, chop it off as a live stream again. So Aniket says, "What are the do's and don'ts to become more proficient and future-proof engineer?" First thing, learn the transferable skill. There are a lot of skills which are not transferable. Learn that. For example, when you learn CSS, that's a transferable skill. When you learn just the Tailwind CSS, that's not a transferable skill because Bootstrap almost died. Tailwind will also die in the future. When you master React, that's not a transferable skill. When you learn JavaScript, that's a transferable skill. So learn the transferable skill to become future-proof. All right. And we're going to cut this out and we'll post a simple reel or YouTube short out of this. This is a nice question. I think the best question so far we had in this live stream. So okay, there's a nice question. Gurmeet says, why you don't talk about open source? Don't talk about open source? Come on, man. Check out my channel. I not only talk about it, I am building an open source project. Not just one, we are building two open source projects. The one is not yet ready to declare, but we are building two. DevUI is an open source project. I created that. So yeah, this is nice. Why is that? All right. Okay. Okay, there's a nice. I'm developing website with React. Imagine I shared Google Drive image to your Gmail. How to embed an image on a website but restrict its visibility to only those logged in with that email. Need to check out how we'll write the controller and what's the React. So I don't think so I can pick up this. Rituraj says, share your love story. No, not really. I like to keep few things private, and let's keep this entire podcast just related to tech stuff and what's going on and how is it going on. All right. Okay, so nice. Zenith says, can you give any tips on how to design website faster, or what is the professional web design workflow in general? There is no such way of doing it like extremely faster. Usually we get the designs in Figma or something, a handoff is done by the designer, then we start writing either CSS or Tailwind for it. But as you build more stuff, you start to accumulate your component library in the company, if you're working for the same company or even as a freelancer, and then you try to just build them up. And next time you want to build it, you don't start from scratch. That's the only way of doing it faster. Dhanush says, how do you get money through DevUI open source? Is it for community, non-profit? Yes, it is for community and non-profit. And let me share you one such incident about the DevUI. One guy just copied the DevUI. Yes, although we have not openly open sourced it on the GitHub yet, we are doing one more revamp over it. But it's not really required. All the components are there just right in front of you. You can just line by line copy them. Somebody just copied it line by line, send it on to a Discord server that, hey Tesh, we have built a project inspired. You damn copied the entire thing. Even the homepage, even the about the DevUI what we wrote, he copied the entire thing and just changed a few words. I like. So yeah. So we were like laughing it out, like we should really call him out or should send him a message that why are you copying? Why can't you build your own components and libraries and all of that? But then we realized, forget this. Let's leave him and focus on what we are building. So by the way, I'll probably release a video on Monday or Tuesday. We have revamped the entire DevUI. You'll see entirely new look, entirely new components, and a lot more things. We are building a lot more. So we're still trying to figure out what should be the direction of this open source project. We're seeing a good response. Good people are using it. So yeah. One shout out to Inventor Code. What is Inventor Code? Let me check that. Inventor code. What is that? Ah, that's a YouTube channel. Okay, shout out to you. Nice. There's another super chat. Hello, Hitesh. Sir, how to prepare for Amazon software industry internship? DSA is required. Yes, 100%. They ask a lot of DSA along with a lot of project work and the graph. They ask a lot about the graph. What is DevUI? What is DevUI? You don't know DevUI? Let me show you what is the DevUI. So let me show you even that. So this is DevUI. We build an open source library of components, which just requires uh, you to come here and copy this thing. So this is the thing somebody copied exactly, the whole left side, right side, all of this page. So what you can do is if you need, let's just say some cards, you can just come up here. These are the 3 types of card. You can just click on here, view component, click on the code, and you can just copy here the small button, and you can just copy the entire code for HTML, and this will work out of the box. So there are a lot of components that we are building. We're keeping it absolutely free. So there are a lot of input tags, types of input that we have. You can just copy and paste this entire thing and it's ready to go. And not only that, we are building some pages as well. Like we are building the full-fledged contact pages. So this is what you need. So if you need this entire kind of pages, just click up here. This is how your entire page will look like, and just copy the code, and that's it. Your page is there. And by default, this is out of the box optimized. So you don't have to worry at all. We're revamping it. We're using the Next.js and all of that. So pretty nice stuff there. And in case you didn't know that, now you know about our open source project. We're not making any money from it. We just want to build it for the community. Next.js full stack versus separate backend. Do you like your code to be in do you like your logic to be separate and UI totally separate? Or can you just bear having your backend code mixed with the front end? It's your decision and choice. Deepak says, can I make career into IT at this young age? Yes, you can. But I don't think so. Nobody's going to hire you before 18. Nobody wants to have a legal and stuff. Please share your Discord server ID. Sure. I'll surely share this. Where is my Discord? All right. Next.js, please. Yes, we'll start Next.js very soon. Akshay says, hello, sir. I'm Akshay, student Sigma 2.0. Hey, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Having fun on the Saturday. This is how introverts have fun on YouTube, streaming it. Okay, Rahul says, interesting question. Why more people talk about Node or similar frameworks, but less people talk about Spring Boot? Because you're watching this stream on a guy who actually promoted JavaScript for entire last 5 years. Somebody like that. There is another guy, Naveen, who promotes Spring and all of that, but I have seen that he promotes less of the Spring and everything on his channel. So maybe when he'll be active, he'll promote it more. Or probably I'll message him, WhatsApp him. Future of React Native, Flutter versus React Native. That's a debate, and both of the tech are rock solid now, so nobody's going anywhere. Shum says, why don't you make tech stuff on machine learning and AI? Sir, please respond to this. I do make. If you remember, when I used to own the startup Learn Code Online, when I was the founder, I did created a course in machine learning, very well put out, very thoughtful. What that course was all about, the practical machine learning and AI. It was skipping the entirety of the maths and all of that. We were not bothered about it. We were just taking a look on it from the perspective of developers. That's what we did. Nice. Shubham says, what is DevRel? DevRel is more like, what do I say? A new job. All right, so okay. DevRel is mostly about a new kind of a job. Yeah, somebody bothering too much. Unnecessary trolls. DevRel is a new kind of a job which is morely about, how do I say it? Promoting a company as a developer. I think that's more about it. Is the machine learning hype going to die? Not soon. I don't think so. For the next 5 years, it's going to die. A lot of stuff are building it. A lot of stuff are going in. Nice. Akash says, I have learned JS from your YouTube course. Should I practice JS and start using it to build stuff or learn more modules like React? No, build stuff. First, build stuff. Build stuffs first. Otherwise, it's not going to be any fun. Ganeshwar says, thoughts on Next.js 13 and React server component. I think Next.js dominated more, and very soon probably nobody's going to learn React. Everybody is going to learn React inside a Next.js course. Nobody's going to learn React as a standalone. Very soon the days are going to be here. Okay. What are the etiquettes to be followed when contributing to OS? Git pull extra. That's very good question, and I think everybody is going to be really appreciating this. There should be some etiquettes while making a contribution on any open source project. First and foremost, don't do this just because you want to do it. Do it because community wants to do it. Any open source contribution that you are making should have the first mindset of, I want to build this feature for the community, for the benefit of the project, not just because I want to do it, or this will give me some hype that, hey, I've contributed in open source. Or maybe there's a project in which you are feeling stuck and this feature is missing in this open source, then only contribute in the open source. And that is the must-have etiquette one should have if you are contributing in the open source. Don't do it just for t-shirt. Don't do it just for updating the README file. That is absolutely terrible bad. Having an open source project is almost like a full-time job. A lot of effort goes into that, so do it carefully. All right, so let's take up another one. Gurmeet says, tips for English learning, watch this channel. Subscribe to this one. Nice. Okay, Deepak says, hey Tej sir, because of your giveaway of awesome Udemy course, Pro JavaScript Backend Developer, I got internship. Yeah, nice. I enjoy that. When somebody actually learns it to up to that extent, I absolutely love it. And happy that you actually got it. Sadly, now I cannot do more such free giveaways due to some restrictions and the acquisitions and stuff. Otherwise, the plan was that I'll do such giveaway every single month. 1,000 coupons, 2,000 seats I'll give away free. Sadly, I cannot do this now. But it was good. I have restrictions on me. I'm on a job now. So yeah, can't do it. But I would love to do this. Shivang says, JavaScript gang. I like that. I like that. Check super chat, please. I'm checking these. Super chat actually gets stuck automatically. So whenever there's a super chat, it gets stuck there and I get notification for that. The smaller chats always get missed. Obviously, the 20 rupees, 30 rupees, they get missed out. There's a super chat by Tessa Bloom. It says, hi Tej sir, love your videos. What do you think about collaborative project resume building? Any tips? I think yes, collaborative project should be done, but in the very start, it should be, the responsibility should be separated out that I'll build models, you'll build these 5 controllers, I'll build these 5 controllers, or these features, I'm going to build these features, you are going to build. This should be done in the very start. Otherwise, you'll never learn. It's always very easy in the collaborative environment that one person dominates and learn a lot while other person just sits there and watch. So be careful for that. Whenever you're starting a project, just make sure you separate your responsibilities of building features in the very start of the project, and whatever is your responsibility, you finish that up. Okay. By the way, have you guys turned on the CC? The captions? How's the caption working on in YouTube in the live stream? I would love to know your feedback that how's the live stream captions are working. Are they good for at least this channel? Is YouTube able to understand me? I would be really happy if YouTube will be able to understand me, at least me. That is nice. Just let me know. Just turn on the CC and let just know what's there. Gurmeet says, please make a series on open source contribution. Once I finish my open source project, I'll invite people to actually contribute in that. Okay. Nice. See, Gyanendra, it's not about that if you send money that I'll take that. I try my best to actually see all the super chats and stuff. But again, I check my best. There are a lot of people who send this. So again, please don't consider this as, hey, my responsibility is that if I'll send you money, I bought you. If you wish, you can send me. I'll send you back your money. No problem at all. This is some people do that just out of curiosity or showing some love. Don't consider this as, I never ask anybody to do super chat. So please don't do this. Okay, I'll pick up your question. It's there. Did you ever worked on a SaaS project alone or with a small team in your earlier days or maybe later in life? How successful it is? Yes, I have worked with 2 or 3 projects. One of them is insanely successful now. They're doing pretty good. And yes, I have experience in that. If there is particular you want to ask, I would love to know that. So yeah. Yes, I've worked in that, couple of them. And I'm looking forward. Sonu says CC is working fine. Good to know that. Good to know that. Nice. There's a nice question. It says, what exactly is Next.js? Can you dive deep? How does it do backend also? Future of React.js or any Next.js course coming for you? Not a course, but I can start a series, something saying, I don't know Next.js and start a series around it. So probably we can try that. There's nice. Captions are giving some hints on what you are going to speak next. I don't know. They cannot see that. Okay, so Next.js is actually a framework which is built on top of React.js. And it's a pretty nice framework. You don't have to bring in your own routing system. It just gives you file-based routing out of the box. You can build full-fledged APIs into it. So it's kind of a full stack framework. Although they like to call it as a front-end framework, but it's a full stack framework where you can write your own APIs. You can write your models, controllers, APIs. You can handle their responses. They have server-side rendering, server components, and whatnots. There's a lot of things in that. I'll probably start doing that. And I'll probably put up some videos, have some fun, live stream around it. If you wish, we can do it as a live stream in the late night that I don't know Next.js kind of a live stream. Do you teach in PW Skills Web Dev course? Yes, I teach that. That's my job. That's my full-time job. YouTube is my late night fun, part-time fun kind of a stuff. My job is actually at PW these days. For how many years React Native will be there in the market? I don't know. That is a difficult question. We never know that how many longer the React Native will be there, or Flutter will be there, or React will be there, or even JS will be there. Maybe tomorrow there is a groundbreaking framework in Rust and next year everybody's writing just Rust. Who knows? Future is unpredictable in the tech. Okay. How do you recommend to enroll for a DevOps Pro course as it deals with no code into it? Don't enroll in the DevOps Pro course now because it's over. There's no point of watching the old videos. The context is not there. Any live course should be taken just live, and that's it. Pranav says, please do a podcast with Talusko, Mysurji, Krishnaik, and Sudhanshu sir. It's very difficult to bring all of them in the same podcast. They all are busy and stuff. I'll try if I can bring all of them in the same podcast. Talusko I can bring in. He is actually very... I'm these days interacting with him quite a lot, so I think Talusko I can bring him easily. Rest of all these guys, they have a tight schedule. They are not easily available. I'll try, but Talusko will bring in. Will surely bring in. Gaurav says, CC is working way too fine. That's nice. Just love that when the CCs are working that much fine. Okay, there's a super chat again. This one says, hey, what do you think about the future of development, especially for 10 years experience people? Will they survive in the industry for another 10 years? Easily. If they have survived for 10 years, they will 100% survive for the next 10 years as well. given the base fact that they are not stopping their learning. See, what happens is, I've noticed this as well because I work in a company now, PW, and there is a core essence of what you really like to do. Like, for example, Alak like to teach a lot, but due to company burden, a lot of executions and all of that, he don't teach that. So are you ready to give up your core passion to grow the company or not? That is where your entire growth comes in. So let's just say somebody who loves to write code, learn about the tech, if he goes into management role, then probably his interest eventually fade up and he start feeling like I'm not into the industry now. So I'll not probably survive for the next 10 years. But somebody like me who actually dropped out of the execution position, that I don't want to be in the CXO role or anything. I want to be a core teacher. I love teaching. This is my passion. This is what I cannot stop doing. So I will 100% survive. I'm now these days learning. Entirety of my focus is learning on Flutter, Next.js and whatnot. So yeah, I think with this mindset where you learn, where you love something, you keep on learning it and keep on delivering it, you'll survive that. You'll survive that. I have completed your Golang series. Is it enough to get an internship? Nope. Nope. You need to build something on top of it. That series is good for getting the basics and Gurmeet says, why people like you are not coming front and create channel like this? What's your say? I don't know. I don't think so. I'm getting context of it. Nice. Thank you so much for the gesture. I truly appreciate this. There's also a super chat. Thoughts on AI taking over jobs in the future? It will surely take. I don't even have a singlest and tiniest of the doubt that it's not going to eat up a few jobs. It will 100% eat up a few jobs. It will start from the support job, the tech support that comes up. It will eat a lot of job. Please make a collab with Harris Khan, also known as, he is also an amazing guy. Harish Khan, code with Harry, by the way, those who don't know. Probably will try to have a collaboration. I haven't messaged him in a while. I'll check out what he's doing these days. He is not that much active on social media. We once talked on Instagram and that's it. Background song, yeah, there's somebody who is busting out his speakers out loud and I'm just looking forward. Hope it doesn't get any copyright on my channel. Yeah, so hope it doesn't get any copyright. The music is too loud, man. The music is too loud. Yeah. I hope it doesn't get any copyright. I don't want to do that. If that comes up as a copyright, I would hate it. Hate this guy. Thank you so much, Karan, for becoming a member. Thank you so much. I'll put up a definite video. I'm not putting anything behind the membership, but yes, it really helps and support. Okay. When will be your live class on PW skills? I do only take revision classes because most of the courses on PW are recorded courses. They are not live courses. So PW is all about recorded courses and content. I do make a lot of recordings for them. So live classes are only for interaction, revision and all of that. So I'll take that. No problem. They anyways give me that. Okay. Waiting for that Discord server ID. I gave it, man. I gave it. Let me give it again. I gave it. I'll probably put it on my website or something. And all right, so okay, let me give it. I gave it, man. I gave it. I'll give it again. So this is my Discord. I'll pin it. Come on, let me pin it. It's going too fast. Pin message. Yeah, I pinned my Discord successfully. Took me time, but I pinned it successfully. There's a nice question. This question should be taken up. This says, can a 12th, 10th or 12th pass make career in IT or AI without any degree? You can, but you will be rarest of the breed and you'll face a lot of competition. And trust me, reality hits you really, really hard when you go onto a job, look for a job and everybody says, hey, we hire without degree, and then you go there, the interviewer don't reply you back, the HRs don't reply you back. It's a good marketing gimmick that says, hey, we take people without any degree. But in reality, the things are very, very different. Uh, why don't Indian colleges don't teach like you? To be honest, if Indian colleges or all the colleges teach up nicely with the updated curriculum, there is no need of me to exist. There is no need of any edtech to exist, and they can shut it. Kishan says, "You are not answering my questions." If you say so. uh, we need to get rid of this feeling of entitlement that if I'm asking a question, somebody is sitting just looking at my question and I'm entitled to get an answer. I think, yeah. What are you learning these days? I'm learning a little bit of data science for the college, a little bit of operating system these days, plus Next.js. Next.js I'm exploring a lot. We've built a couple of stuff into it. Okay, I think these are gonna get me some copyrights. These are going to get me some copyright. Uh, oh man, I think we need to close this live stream now. This guy is not stopping just outside of my home. This guy is not stopping, back to back, busting out the songs, and this might give me a copyright. Don't want to do that. Don't want any copyright or something. So thank you so much for joining in. I'll just take a leave now. Oh man, I don't want to get any copyright. We'll try to have a live stream tomorrow as well, something where we'll discuss Next.js, some fun stuff around it. We'll explore it together or something, and something like that. So I think I'll go now. Sorry for this, but that guy is having a Saturday party. I don't want to take that Saturday party into here, and but we'll do some another live stream as well. This was fun. A lot of questions were there. At least I got 2 reels, which I'll definitely chop it out after this and we'll definitely get it. Okay. So that's it. That is it. And very soon we're going to get started with Next.js and Flutter as well. I'm enjoying this a lot. I'm pushing a lot of content. I'm enjoying this a lot. Probably I need to hit the gym again. All right. That is it. And we'll surely catch up another one. If you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead, subscribe the channel, share the channel with all of the friends and all the people who are interested in code as well. And we'll surely catch up in another such Saturday live stream. And I'll try to do one more live stream this week where we are going to have a fun Next.js. Together we are going to learn it. I don't know it, you don't know it. Let's have a stream and learn it on the go. So, all right. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much and bye-bye everyone.